What communities or groups are associated with vintage motorcycles? If you are passionate about vintage motorcycles and wondering where you can connect with like-minded enthusiasts, you are in the right place. Let us explore some of the communities and groups that are all about celebrating these classic bikes. One of the most notable groups is the Vintage Motorcycle Club, or VMCC. Founded with a passion for the engineering and vision of pioneer motorcycle builders, the VMCC has over 10,000 members worldwide. This club is not just for owners of vintage bikes. Anyone with an interest in motorcycles more than 25 years old can join. They organize frequent events where members can ride and showcase their vintage machines, keeping these bikes alive and in use rather than just displaying them in museums. Another significant community is the Antique Motorcycle Club of America, or AMCA. Established in 1954, the AMCA has grown to become one of the largest organizations for antique motorcycle enthusiasts globally, with over 12,000 members across the United States, Australia, Canada, Europe, and Japan. The AMCA focuses on preserving, restoring, and operating motorcycles that are at least 35 years old. They host annual national meets where members' motorcycles are judged in categories like restored original condition and period modified. The club also publishes a magazine 6 times a year, exclusively for its members, which includes specialist information on antique motorcycles. For those with a specific interest in vintage Japanese motorcycles, the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club, VJMC, is the place to be. Founded in 1977, the VJMC is dedicated to the preservation, restoration, and enjoyment of vintage Japanese bikes that are 20 years old or older. The club offers a range of benefits, including a full-color magazine published 6 times a year, access to technical resources, and numerous national and local events. If you are looking for more localized groups, there are several meetup groups around the world that cater to vintage motorcycle enthusiasts. For example, the Motabam Group in Barcelona, the Twin Cities Motorcycle Club in Minnesota, and the Royal Indian Devotes in Mumbai are just a few examples. These groups organize rides, tours, and other events where members can share their passion for vintage motorcycles. In summary, whether you are interested in general vintage motorcycles, antique American bikes, or specifically vintage Japanese models, there are numerous communities and groups out there waiting for you to join. From the VMCC to the AMCA and VJMC and various local meetup groups, you will find a welcoming space to share your enthusiasm and connect with fellow vintage motorcycle lovers.